me start recording. We're breaking down Zechariah 14, and we're breaking down Isaiah, and we're going into, like we mentioned earlier, we're going into what happens after the wilderness. After the wilderness. Earlier we went into scriptures. We went into Zechariah 14, which explains the spoils being divided. Then we went into 2 Thessalonians 2, that explains that there must be a falling away before the coming of Christ, and that coming away was us being destroyed in 70 AD, and they're about to do the same thing in the earth again. And we're showing how they're practicing that over in the Americas today. How they're using the Gulf spill in the immigration laws to place a garrison of military around the United States aimed towards destroying the people, the children of Israel, in America. We also went to Joel, the 3rd chapter, to give an example of them when they destroyed Israel, how they divided the spoils, the silver and the gold. Like when they move people and displace people from America, they'll take their silver and gold and whatever they have in their houses that are worth anything, and they'll be able to claim their houses under public domain. You'll mean nothing to them. Your substance will be taken by the state. We're back to Zechariah 14 and show how all the other nations are going to gather against us again. We're also showing that at the tail end of that, Christ will return. And it will split the mountains that we have over in Jerusalem, over in Israel today. Those two mountains will be split. So we'll have 4 separate mountains, and it will create a highway in which the elect can go through. But that will be after World War III. Okay? We also went into showing that the nations, or the Gentiles, or the strangers, will also be able to go through this highway, as the Gentiles or strangers were able to go through when we came out of Egypt. Now we're going to show you the wilderness itself, because it tells you in Isaiah, the 11th chapter, that we shall be gathered throughout all the 4 corners of the earth, and what countries will come out of. America is not one of those countries. America will go down through war. So Christ will not deliver anyone from there. He will send the ships of Tarshish to the waters of South America, but only a small remnant will make it. We went into Isaiah and Amos to show you that only 10% of the Israelites in the earth will make it from the international destruction aimed towards destroying the children of Israel. Out of that 10%, 2/3 will be cut off and die in the wilderness, and only 1/3 will make it into that highway that Christ will create. Now we're going to Ezekiel 20 and 34 to show you. Start 20 and 34 to show us the wilderness. Read.
Isaiah chapter 20 verse 34. And I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out of the countries where you have been scattered.
Go ahead.
With a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people.
So the Most High will bring us into the wilderness of the people. Read.
And there will I plead with you face to face.
We will be face to face with the Spirit of the Most High. Face to face, like we were during the time of Moses, when the children of Israel was complaining and going against leadership and trying to tear things down the whole time. And then the Most High came down on the congregation, and there was thundering and lightnings and all types of noises that they've never experienced in their lifetime. Then he said, well, Moses, you go talk to them. Being afraid after they were the same people given a problem like they were so tough probably about a few days early. So the Most High is going to be before us. His presence will be with us. We will be guided by day and night by the chariots of the Most High. Read.
Verse 36. Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness and of the land of Egypt.
Go ahead.
So will I plead with you, saith the Most High God. And I will cause you to pass under the rod.
The Lord will cause us to pass under the rod. So we'll go under the law again. That those that break the law at that time will not go through this highway we mentioned earlier. Read.
And I will bring you into the bond of the covenant, and I will purge out from among you the rebels.
So there will be rebels that will be among us. Rebels are not non-believers. Rebels are those that are rebelling against leadership. That's what rebels are. They're just going to do it the way they're going to do it because they believe in God too. They believe in Christ too. It happened during the time of Moses, when Moses was in the wilderness and the Most High told him how to do a sacrifice and serve him. Then you had the rebels in the camp who seen what the Most High told Moses and got their own tools and their own altar to do a separate sacrifice because they knew how to do it because the Most High showed Moses how to do it. So they wanted to be able to do it too, to be recognized as priests when the Most High didn't set them up as priests. So the Most High told Moses, you go down there and you tell them, everyone that's not with you, they better stand on the other side because I'm going to kill everyone that's not trying to follow what he set up. And women was breaking down trying to get their children and their friends from amongst these guys. These guys had their own camp set up to do sacrifice to the Most High. And they had it set up exactly how the Most High said do it. But the Most High was not accepting it because he didn't tell them to do it. Those are rebels. And we're going to have that in the wilderness again. People are going to look at it and be like, I can do it better. People that wasn't doing anything, didn't do anything, had no works. Now they're going to get in the wilderness and try to do something. Finish reading.
Verse 38. And I will purge out from among you the rebels, and them that transgress against me.
And those that transgress against them, read.
I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn.
So they're going to think they've made it because they came out of the country and now they're beholding the Most High. They're going to think they're already in. But no. It's another purging process that must go down, that must happen. Read.
And they shall not enter into the land of Israel.
They will not enter into the land of Israel. To show you that Israel is not to be inhabited, until we're guided and those highways are split. The only safe places in the wilderness that we were in the past. That will be the only safe place in this earth. And then the Most High is going to make a highway from that wilderness. He's going to split this in 4 separate ways. And this highway is going to lead directly into Israel. And this highway is not going to be made for the people on the other side of the Atlantic. That's the purpose of the ships of Tarshish that Christ is going to send, which was in our past classes. It's going to be a small remnant, a very, very small remnant of the 10 tribes that will be living on the waters in South America. Barely living. And Christ is going to show the elect exactly where they are. And is going to command the Gentiles to take their ships and start sailing over, with Israelites commanding where they go. And they're going to go through these little areas, and we're going to see our children and all that running out from trees and all that, from safety after going through the nuclear fallout and all that. Just a small remnant is going to be there. And the Lord is going to have these ships of Tarshish start coming back near the Mediterranean and all in that area. The ships of Tarshish are the Mediterranean waters. He's going to send out those European ships. And those ships are going to come around through the Euphrates and all that, the same way they went over. And they're going to come into Israel eventually. They're going to migrate in. And the Gentiles are going to take our sons and place them to the Most High as an offering for mercy. They're going to be an offering for mercy, so that the Most High, so Christ can give them mercy. So there will be a purging. So people think, well, okay, I've escaped the New World Order and the concentration camps, and okay, the mark of the beast. All the way up into the wilderness, there's trials that's shaping the perfect child of the Most High. There's trials we must go through at each interval that will shape us into who we need to be. All right? any rebels